besides 3D models and stuff like that, audio, I have. Let me check.
Since we were talking about Pathfinder, now start watching what you say, okay?
Okay.
I already started the stream.
Oh.
Just saying.
Hello.
Out of context, 135.
So,
And that concludes the porn analysis.
That's the number of fetishes I have.
oh god. I thought that was only in character.
No. In character, I have just 100. It's just a small portion.
I see.
Be realistic sometimes.
Yeah, you know.
So it's been... how long was it since our last session?
Pretty much a month.
About a month.
I mean, last time you used this channel was 6th of previous month.
Studio... I can check when I was last... when was the last stream? It was on the 31st, so 1 month and several days. Yeah.
To be fair, that was the last time we streamed, but it wasn't the last time we came around to talk.
Yeah, but then we ended up not doing a session. Because...
Last session I have here is the 30th of July.
yeah, 30th, and then 31st is when it ends, because it's past midnight. Makes sense. So, let's recap on what we did the last few times. So you guys still remember where you are, right?
Library.
The library?
I mean
Yep.
the world, dude.
I mean,
I don't know how much you forget in a month.
Okay.
Yes.
So, last thing I remember,
people?
we were in a meeting room and somebody said that we were going to be teleported to a tournament.
Jag tror jag redan amnesia kicking in.
But I assume that you remember most things. Let me point out some things that you may or may not remember. So today you were going to go to a ball in the night, invited by Mr. Amberbloom to serve as guards because the previous night there was breaking into the house, which was done by these. What did we call it? We ended up calling them
Spyglass homunculus.
Spyglass homunculus, exactly. They're usually used in espionage, and they invaded the house that you guys were in. You even heard a voice talking in your head while all of this was going on, telling you it would be best not to interfere.
Yep. That
Some-
made us want to interfere even more.
yes. We're
Some
like kids. You tell us not to do it, we'll do it even harder.
Some notable things about the invasion that Amberbloom pointed out is that if they are indeed spies, they didn't know the layout of the house, which would be weird if it was someone who, like, actively goes there.
I mean, they're just bad spies. That's all there is to it.
Either that or the target was not going upstairs, because anyone would have known where to look if that were the case.
True.
What else do we have? I think Baris, when you went to talk to to both the guards and the person who was going to be performing tonight, they gave you several points about that there was someone going around threatening people.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
That's one of the things I remember.
There were also more houses that were broken into, not just Amberblooms.
Mr. Amberblooms, yeah.
On the same night. And it was such a weird occurrence that it was like everyone was talking about it. Like there were metallic sound? Is there? Abaris, do you have a fan turned on?
No, but there's a vacuum cleaner. Let me
Okay,
turn down the sensitivity.
that's okay. That's fine. Don't worry. We're
Let
hearing a
me
little
just-
hum in the background. It's fine.
They see me
Um,
humming.
Better now?
About the same. Other information that you gathered from...
How about now?
It's only when you talk because
It's only when you talk. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry. It's fine. More information when you were asking around. Let me see. The person that was threatening people was also looking for a specific item. In this case, it was a marble and gold statue of a boar. You don't really have a description of this person, though. I don't think so. At least I didn't write it down. So I assume you don't. If you do, correct me. Good.
Nope.
What else do we have? Oh, yeah, you went to the library. Originally, you were looking for. Why did you go to the library? Oh yeah, because one of the books that Mr. Amberbloom had was dated more recently than the coming of the town. So these books have either been transported here or the person who wrote the book was in the city and wrote it from within. When you did go to the library, there was a lot of magic involved in the library, if you remember correctly. If you talked too loudly, the books would fly at you in order to try to shut you up and keep you quiet.
If I remember correct, Jakim was hit a couple times.
no, nice times.
I don't remember
Jak-
that.
Jakim wasn't, but there were several books that flew at people.
Some even triggered by Jakim tried to trigger them on command.
Yes.
Yeah, that I did.
He tried to tap into the Primal Magic source in order to try to gather the books from there. The librarian doesn't know what this source is. She just told you that, well, things are like this, so just she just accepts it and goes about her day. Doesn't really question it.
The Arcane shook her world.
Did I?
Yeah, you also came to the conclusion or idea that this might be the Great Library that is part of the legends. Because of how the books have been showing up and no one really knows. No one really wrote them, no one really brought them here. Now, it's up to you if you want to keep pursuing that route and trying to tame this wild magic in order to be able to try to, I don't know, make it go the other way.
I think we also
What do
were
you mean,
considering is that this thing would be actually the Great Library.
That's
That's
what
what
I
he said.
just said.
Oops.
But what did you mean with going the other way?
If something is making books appear here, you might be able to reverse that connection somehow.
I don't know.
Then
I don't know
again,
because
it's wild magic, so be careful what you do.
That's the thing.
You already had a glimpse
Jellic in
of what
particular
happened.
was very concerned.
Yes. You already have a glimpse of what happens if you try to tap into it. Jakim was blinded from one eye, if you remember.
Yep.
Yep.
And the site didn't come back, I think. It was...
It still hasn't come back, but not a long time has passed yet. Jellic did tell you that these things happen with Primal Magic, and usually it doesn't last permanently.
Isn't Abarish
Yes.
Yes.
He has a connection with Primal Magic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I do.
I'm not completely out of the loop.
He's the one most in tune with wild magic, yes. Primal magic. I'm gonna say wild and primal interchangeably, don't mind me, okay? Other than that, I think you had some preparations that you started doing for the ball. You had some wind chimes, I believe, that you wanted to set up, and
Jikim bought out all the wind chimes from the city.
as well as a few whistles to call each other, all of that.
Do you remember the money we had?
No. I hope you're keeping track of that.
Yeah, I did not write it down, but I know if I go up, there is the math because I remember doing it here.
By the way, Jikim, can you increase your volume like very slightly?
You mean like this, right?
Maybe
Yes.
more than slightly.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just need to have my microphone like a millimeter from my mouth.
Much better.
Yeah, it's here. We have 1211.9
Alright.
GP. Copy, and I'm going to put this at my... the .9 is how much? Sorry, I always forget.
The what?
It is... .9 gold. It's how many silver?
9.
I think 90.
It's 9?
9 or
Okay.
90.
It's 10. 10.
It's 10? Okay.
So 1 gold
Yep.
is 10 silver, 1 silver is 10.
Okay, I have all the money, people. Okay?
There's no way I don't trust you with that.
You have all the money, but are you cash?
I'm definitely cash money.
Oh boy. Right. I
You didn't
think...
miss our stupid comments, didn't you?
Oh, one other thing that was going on parallel or in tune with all of this. If you remember Vanessa, Amberbloom's servant, she had a
Poison
note
card.
with... Yes. She had a note that instructed her to get a poison from the alchemist and poison
Yep.
Mr. Amberbloom's food.
We uncovered that plot.
Yes. Just a reminder that was a thing.
That was a plot point, yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
still have to talk with Mr. M about that to see if we can convince him to eat them harmless sludge.
I mean, do you need to ask him? It's harmless, right?
I mean, it's nice if he knows what's
Would
going
you
on.
like to be fed something that you don't know that people just tell you to eat?
I mean, Mr. Amberloom seems like a reasonable person, so if we tell him, it should be okay.
That's up to you. So
Yeah, I vote that we should, but let's discuss this in character.
I
afterwards.
know that yesterday, Dirkin, you said that you didn't have your thing. Did you do your thing? Or should I not bother
Dirkin?
asking?
Oh,
Dirkin?
because Derkin does homework.
No, he muted. He said kinda. He's unable to talk again. Well, I'll take the kinda as you still want to improve on it, so I'll ask you next time. With that out of the way, I'll talk with me later. Okay. So with that out of the way, let me just go through my notes, make sure everything... Yep. Yep. I have this written down, but I think you guys changed your mind somewhere halfway through. Who was outfitted for the ball? I know I have here Abaris, Jellic, and Jakim. Did you guys
Yes.
add anyone else to the list?
No.
Was Dirkin?
Oh, didn't Erkin go?
I'm just double checking.
I think Derkin went.
Because this node is in a... had been set on guard, dude. Okay. No formal attire. So it's just these three. Okay.
Pretty sure that the duty is also listed somewhere in Discord.
Probably. It's just that I have this note in one of the places that I know that I haven't touched in a while. But I assume it was correct. Right. I think that's everything. Right now, you were discussing what you were going to do about the library. I don't remember exactly what else you wanted to do. But Jandis had already prepared all her books and was ready to leave when you guys said, oh, wait, we just want to do something else. And that's where we ended off last time, I believe.
I thought we were going back into the library, honestly.
Yes, yes. You were all outside discussing things, because inside you run the risk of getting hit by a book.
Oh fuck, I don't need to remember what we went. Oh, we wanted Avarish to seduce the...
Oh
the
yeah,
librarian.
the librarian. Yeah, you're right.
To get into the forbidden section.
And to get into her forbidden section.
Oh boy.
Da-da-da.
Oh boy.
Derkin already bonked.
Anyway, I believe that's everything. Let me pull you guys over here.
Oh, that's zoomed out.
Yeah. Not everything is on the same scale. Alright. Now, how to transition this back into character?
Go.
So, as you're all discussing exactly what you are going to do, probably the best way for me to do this is Jandis walks out carrying a stack of books as she sees you all outside and asks, Are we ready to go?
No.
But why? Why is everyone outside?
We want to try something out with Avarish.
She just looks at you all very, very, very confused.
They've assured me that it's nothing untoward. At least for me.
And towards who?
Me.
So, Abaris, if you would like to explain exactly what it is that you want to do. Considering the librarian hasn't seen you before.
So, these good persons convinced me to try and... what's a good way to say this?
So, a quick reminder is that you wanted access to the forbidden section of the library, specifically because it might have information about the ritual or ways to stop it.
Okay.
Then
let me rephrase what I've just said.
Alright.
Since one of the things is you want to go back, the thing is, after you do go back, what are you going to do if you don't know what the ritual is or how to stop it or anything like that, right?
Have fun.
So that is the reason you wanted the forbidden section.
They've convinced me that to pursue a lead, so to say. Pursue it very deeply.
Oh boy.
And that tip is going to be inserted in the library in a few
And-
moments.
I mean, the question is though, do we all have to, or should we all stay there on the side, or for example, I could help her, help Janda's back.
There's so
Go.
many jokes that I could have made there.
Go for it. I don't care.
It's best you don't.
Yeah, let's keep it friendly.
Anyway,
But still, like, I can. I don't think I'm gonna be of much use in the library for the most part.
yeah, if you guys want to leave, do something else, specific people want to do something else, you are welcome to do so.
I want to stay here because I think this is where I will be most useful.
And Derrick is writing.
Dekin can write? God damn.
Most interesting place to be at the moment. Well, I... Alright. But yeah, Razes, if you want to go back and start doing the preparations as well, you can also do that.
I think
'Cause-
from my perspective, it's the best to just follow, or like just go with Janda's there and then do some preparations, I guess. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And set up
Guys,
chimes.
don't forget that we have each one has a whistle. We bought 9 whistles.
Yippee!
9 whistles? No. Each one has a whistle, so each one of us has a whistle. Manacles, whistle. Just so I don't forget.
You blow my whistle, baby, whistle, baby.
Alright.
Good.
So, I'm guessing, Razes, you offer yourself to help Jandis carry your stuff back?
Yes, that's fine. I said
Yeah.
that already. If not, then yes.
As, let me visualize this. So you're offering to help. Seeing you offered to help carry the stack of books, Elvira steps up and does the same. When she does, Jandis takes like a few steps back in hesitation, but then allows her to help her with carrying stuff.
What you're saying is Elvira is helping and not me.
No, Elvira is also helping. As in, is also offering, having seen you offer.
Okay. And Jandis, after some hesitation, gives Elvira some books.
Yes.
Did I now also got some books? I wasn't
Yes,
clear
as
on
well.
that.
Yes.
I see. Okay, I guess.
You're each carrying a bit
I
of the
mean,
stack,
I've
and it becomes a
I've
little bit more
known
manageable.
before that Elvira isn't the most keen person to read. So yeah, it's not that surprising, and I don't think I am either. So yeah, okay.
Think of this more as the interaction between the two characters, the Elvira and...
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm trying to think what I make out of it. That's a bit of the issue right now.
Because they have, there's some interaction between the two.
Jeez, now you think I remember all this?
More specifically, Elvira has a dislike for orcs.
You mean that
Jandis.
Jandis.
Yes, Jandis has a dislike for orcs.
Right. There was something.
She racist.
Everyone
Someone
starts
messaged you
somewhere.
on Steam.
Yes. I don't know why Steam is going through that channel. I'll put it as do not disturb. There we go. Sorry about that. I don't know why it's going through that channel. I need to fix that. Right. Yeah. So the three of you are gonna head out while Abaris is gonna head in.
Yep.
Alright. Let me pull these out. So Abaris, what is it that you want to do exactly?
I want to requisition a book.
Alright. You want to go in? Head over to the librarian?
I mean, I can requisition a book from here, you know. It's kind of hard.
From outside?
Yeah. I mean,
He's going to
Can-
yell his way out. In
yeah, I can yell. I want a book
Is
about
Is
the
that-
secrets of the universe.
that what you're gonna
do
do?
it. No, of course not, because I'm not completely insane.
Not.
Completely. Said
Completely.
completely.
Are you sure?
Uh,
The
has the
jury's still
Barry's
out.
been tested?
No.
Has the Barry's been tested? I don't know.
There are no psychiatrists in fantasy worlds.
I was, for whatever reason, taking this as was he tested for COVID? Jeez, this pandemic's been going on for too long.
I'm fully vaccinated. Thank you very much.
It's because it's currently the year 2
Right.
AC.
So Abaris, tell me exactly what you want to do.
I'm going to requisition a book. I want to
Yes?
talk with a librarian.
Okay. That's
Duh.
where I wanted to go. So you're gonna walk in, head over to librarian, and
And talk with her, you know, because
Mhm.
otherwise, it's kind of hard to do anything.
so you walk in. The librarian is currently sitting down reading, and she doesn't really pay much attention to you as you walk over to her.
I put on my best winning smile and say, "Hi."
She looks up at you through, like, over her glasses. She puts her finger to her lips and she says, "Shh."
Speaking very quietly. Sorry. Didn't mean to it. Just being friendly.
Okay, you don't need to whisper. Just
What do you
Just-
mean?
just
It's ASMR. It's ASMR time.
oh god.
Sorry.
Hey.
Didn't mean to it. I'm sometimes a bit too enthusiastic. Forgive me.
I haven't seen you here in the library before.
Nah. You know, I don't get out much, so. But I felt like coming to the library. A friend of mine told me that it had basically every book ever created on Earth. So I had to see it.
I see. But just try to keep quiet, okay? The library doesn't really like loud noises.
Oh, so it's like, I see. So, aren't you curious about what creates all these books? Or do you
I-
just like reading books?
I never really put much thought into it. I guess it's just the primal magic around here. But
Really? Is it Primal Magic?
I believe so. But there were some people I think they're still out there. They were saying something about this might be the Great Library. I hadn't really thought about that. But I don't think this is the case. You've heard of the Great Library, have you not?
Yes, that's why I'm here. It sounded very similar, and it piqued my curiosity, you know?
Well, it is a possibility that this is the place, but it can't be it. It's too weird.
Is it though? I mean, when you said it was Primal Magic, well, you could say I'm a bit of an expert on it, you know? Very, very familiar and intimate with it.
Oh, really?
Yes,
That's
yes.
interesting.
Yes. Want to see it? Not here, of course. I wouldn't want to damage all these books. But later.
She furrows her eyebrow, taking her glasses down to the tip of her nose so that she can stop looking over them.
Oh, are you coming on to me, sir?
No. You thought we were interested in Primal Magic. You want me to roll a bluff? You want me to roll a bluff?
No, have you bluffed so far?
It could be seen as kinda a flirty attitude. And I kinda meant it as a double entendre. So it's not a lie, but it's also not really the whole.
Roll a bluff check, sure. I'll take it.
Okay. For some reason, I have the idea that she rolled really high.
I'm not so much interested in wild magic as it's not every day that someone comes in saying that they're an expert on it, you know?
Oh, really? I would have thought that this town, and a town as illustrious as this one, would have a few magical experts. And among them, at least one or two that would know about Primal Magic.
As you're speaking, the librarian quickly shuts her book, looks over to towards the rest of the library, stops for a bit in complete silence.
I look shifty-eyed from one side to another without moving my head.
She once
Just making it stop.
once again turns back toward you and she says,
Sorry, I thought I heard something move over there.
Huh.
Y-
It's probably...
Listen down there.
you were saying?
So, I was saying that I'm surprised you don't have any kind of Primal Magic expert in a town like this. Just surprised. But
We don't, but feel free to look around. If you need anything, just let me know.
yes, I was actually looking for a few books to further my studies and do some research on Primal Magic, since it's my subject of interest, so to speak.
she pulls out a map from under the desk, puts it on the table. The map is hand-drawn, as you have seen. Well, you haven't seen, but everyone else has seen before. It's
Okay.
just, it's like scribbles just to remember where things are, kind of thing.
Yeah.
She looks over it with her finger and she says, magic, magic, magic. It's right over here. And she points in the map and then points in the library where you can find the shelf for that.
By the way, is the restricted section? Can I see it in the map, or is it?
Is it on the map? It is not on the map.
Okay. Let's do it like this. I'm going to go to where she pointed at.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to come back and say that didn't find what I wanted, and ask if there are any more books related to Primal Magic. Basically the equivalent to, can you check in the back?
Okay. So you walk over to the magic shelf. I'm guessing you spend a little bit of time just so it looks like
Yeah,
you're...
I'm not going to just, I browse a bit, I look at the titles, I open like 3 or 4 books, see the index, put them back into the shelf. Let's say I spend 20 minutes doing this.
Roll perception.
Sure.
Might as well. Also, what knowledges do you have again?
So, in terms of knowledge, I have Arcana, History, Nature, Planes, and Religion.
Okay, you do have Arcana. Is there anything interesting in the books that you browsed through? There is a book. I know you're just idly looking through things,
Yeah.
but one of the things that catches your eyes, because you haven't heard of these before, there's a whole book talking about hollow pearls, and it seems to be like some twisted version of the pearls of... What are they called again? Pearls of Power?
The item? Yes.
Yes, it's Pearls of Power, right?
What are you talking
That is an
about?
item. Pearls of Power, yes.
Yes. The book is called The Origin of the Hollow Pearls.
The Origin of all pearls? Okay.
Yes. And it talks about these... It talks about some artificers that were trying to be cheap in creating these items. And when these items were finished, they didn't pay the full price to make them. Like, they made it out of cheap materials. But when these items were finished, they passed away in their sleep the next night.
Oh,
Yes. So the whole
While browsing
the whole shop died in creating these.
okay.
A few days later, the shop was ransacked, and no one's heard from the pearls ever since. But it does go into detail on how to create these.
Okay.
But it does warn that there is a possibility that the price for being cheap is your own life.
Yes. Okay, I'm registering all this. Okay.
Yeah, it just caught
Blueprint-
your eye
blueprint
because
acquired.
you've never heard of these pearls before.
Okay. Blueprint acquired. Nice.
Maybe not
Next.
for you specifically. Maybe Jakim can.
Yeah. I know.
You
I
went-
acquired a blueprint. I don't know how to make it.
Jakim went to the crafting section, not the magic section.
For real.
Forehead. You want to craft magic items? You gotta go to the magic section, you know? You want to know how to craft a table? You go to the crafting section.
It could be a magic table.
Then you have to look for magic tables in the magic section. It's in... What comes first, table or magic? That should
Okay.
tell you a lot, you know?
Okay.
If magic comes first in the name, you look for it in the magic section.
Think of it this way. The library has so many books that the likelihood of you noticing every single thing is like very small. Like it's very easy to just miss one book while you're just browsing through.
I was just shitposting.
Okay. But yeah. I'm guessing after this you...
Yeah, I go back to librarian.
Mm-hmm. And? She's once again reading her book, leaning back on her chair.
I cough softly and say, excuse me. Quietly, this time.
Did you... She looks at your hand, realizing that you're not carrying anything. She says...
Did you not find what you were looking for?
Not really, you know. There's nothing there that would further my research. Are you sure you don't have anything else? Really, really sure? I lean a bit into the desk. She's on her desk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She closes her book on her finger so she doesn't lose where she's currently at. Pulls out the map again. And just shows it to you. With all the sections that are outlined and all of that.
Is there like an empty space between the sections where I could assume the forbidden section is?
Well, from what you gathered so far, the forbidden section is locked off.
Yes, but it's still somewhere.
Yeah. I'm just saying it wouldn't be just, you know, a section in the middle of the library. It would be in a room for itself. Okay.
But if there's a missing piece...
No, there isn't.
Okay. It's a continuous space.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I can't see anything here. Oh man, I was really looking forward to writing that book on Primal Magic, you know. But there's nothing here that would help me further my research. Real pity that.
Morris,
Yes?
roll a stealth check.
Okay.
And you might need a reflex.
Oof. Okay.
Yeah, roll a reflex there. So as you're talking, you... In an attempt to sound like you're talking to yourself and not really talking to her, you start speaking a little bit louder.
Oh. I get beamed by a book.
You notice that the... you start to notice that the shelves right next to you start to wobble a bit. But you're too late to react to it, as one of the books from the shelf flies in your direction and hits you on the head. As you're hit, let me open up something, because I don't have this open for whatever reason. As you're hit... A vision of something pops into your head.
Oh.
Hold on, wait, I have to see the other one first. So...
I'm scared, Mom. Come pick me up.
You have like a premonition into the future.
Okay.
Yes.
aka brain damage.
Um, you have a small premonition into the future, where you go back to the library, the magic section, and
Okay.
you start reading one of the books, and you lose access to one of your spells and learn something else. A weird vision, something like that. Something you would only see in a dream, you know?
Okay.
In tandem with this, you have another vision in your head where you go outside and some random passerby just looks at you and gets irresistibly attracted to you. And yes, that dream goes where a bars would take it.
Okay. Option number 2 is probably funnier, but honestly, in terms of roleplay right now, and it doesn't advance the story. So, and we've faffed about quite a lot, you know.
It's up to you.
So, I'm not.
You can see what I'm doing,
Yeah.
right? I'm
No?
giving you
Sorry.
the... Yeah, you can see what I'm doing. It's your...
Yeah, you're the Primal Magic thing. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I was affected by Primal Magic and. started
And
to
now
just-
you know why I was laughing irresistibly. Because...
No, it's cool. It's cool.
the description is... The next person of your opposite sex that you encounter will insist on mating with you. That is the description, okay?
The next person that
The opposite sex.
Of the gender.
Of-
that you
your-
see.
That you encounter. You've already encountered this person. It would be the next.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like some fun at the ball.
I'm going for the spell.
Okay. Now, this is complete random, okay?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
But calm down. We haven't gotten to it yet. Chill a bit. I've just been hit in the head by a book.
Yep.
I'm still on the ground. Give me a second to compose myself.
The
Ah.
book that hits your head flies back to the shelf where it came from.
Did I see the title of the book?
You were reeling in your two visions, too distracted to see what it was.
Okay.
The
Okay.
the librarian snarks at you, saying,
I told you to be quiet.
It would have happened. It's one of the issues with dealing with Primal Magic. Stuff like this happens. It's normal. I get the benefit of it, actually. Just now, I saw the future. No reaction. I just told someone that
you
I
saw the
had
future.
limited premonition and nothing at all.
She just tilts her head, frowns her eyebrows, and she says,
That hit to the head really did a number on you, didn't it?
I see you've never tasted wild magic. Primal magic, sorry. Have you ever interacted with Primal Magic? It can do anything.
I mean, I guess the library has that, right? It's what makes the books organize themselves, right?
Most likely, yes. I would actually like to study that mechanic. Where the books come from. It would probably be a very interesting branch of study in Primal Magic. You see, Primal Magic is not as constrained as normal magic, so it's much more raw. Primal.
Well, I don't know exactly where it comes from, but you're welcome to stay and take a look around the library.
Yeah.
I've never seen a book appear. They just when I noticed they're there, but I've never seen it happen with my own eyes.
Oh, really? Do you stay in the library during the night? This is not. Come on. It's just an honest question.
Does it look like I sleep here? No, I go home.
I don't know. I mean, you could have a bedroom in the library. Sometimes these kind of jobs have some perks, you know?
No. There's no reason to stay here.
Oh. Really?
I mean, the books make their way back here, so like I have to stay here so people deliver overnight.
One question outside of off topic. Well, not off topic, but out of character. How big is the library, and does it match what I've seen on the inside? I know it's probably a TARDIS situation, but
It's bigger on the inside.
The library wasn't necessarily big. It was a little bit taller than the other buildings, standing at two stories high. It contrasted a bit with everything else. But
okay. And
you haven't gone very far into the library to see that.
okay, and
But,
can I go to the second floor?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
There's a
the sec-
staircase to the side.
Okay. Then I want to explore the library a bit. If you want, you can shift the perspective, because I'm going to think on what I'm going to do next.
Okay.
If you want me to continue the roleplay, I can do it. But it's
I mean-
probably getting a bit long, my section.
My question to everyone else is, you're kind of all depending on this. Is there anything in particular you guys want to do?
I mean, technically, I wouldn't, but there's also not that much that I think is gonna be special for my end.
You came in there. You guys are outside, and the bars has gone in, and it's been like over 20 minutes.
We wanted to try out. Oh well, it could be hard to do it, but the experiment to see another experiment to see if this is really the Great Library is trying to produce a copy of something. So we write something 3 times over to see if it would show up somewhere in the library.
All right, that's something you wanted to do.
Jakim would like to try to find a book about balls.
But if it's just something to do while some idle time while we wait for a barish, Jakin wanted to check some books, and the Erkin can also check some books.
Yeah,
Did it-
I want to find a book like
How to make...
behave.
Oh, really? I thought you wanted to make Berliners.
I know what
Jakim?
Erkin wants to look up.
Jakim, by the way, if you can put your microphone back closer.
Sorry.
Yes, thank you.
Back where it belongs.
I want to see if there is like a socialite section, something like that, on how to behave at fancy parties. You know, that kind of thing.
Okay, but the other thing you were saying about writing something multiple times and then seeing if it shows up.
I already have knowledge nobility, so
Well, excuse me.
But I guess in this 20 minutes that a bars is inside, is something you guys are gonna do? Just write the same thing over multiple
We
times?
could try to do something, try to make it so that it would fall in a certain category section,
Mhm.
and So we. But yes, we can do that experiment. At least from my end, Jakim.
Alright. So you take out your materials, write the same thing a few times. Which section do you want it to show up in?
Me?
Well, both of you. Whoever's writing, I guess.
Huh.
I guess it depends on who writes, because if it's one of us writing,
I think didn't I read all the books on the crafting section, or at least I've seen all of them, right?
You've taken a big gander at it, yes.
Okay. So I don't know. How about like we write like 2 pages and put them together about, I don't know, how to craft
something simple so we can be done quickly. But yeah, how to build a chair.
No, that's too complicated. It needs to be done well. How to make a bed stool.
Sure.
Specifically a bad one.
Yeah, because if it's good, it'll take longer than 2 pages.
Oh, I thought you said bed stool.
Yeah, it took me a while as well.
Right. You write up the book on how to you write a page on how to make a bad stool, and you write it multiple times. I guess then you make your way back in and are gonna try to look for it.
That's the idea, yes. If
Okay.
it does not work, I want to search for the socialite section.
All right. Which one of you has the highest perception?
Might be. Why did I click the wrong tab?
Most likely am I, because I have 0. Is it an unusual stone?
No, it's a book.
I
or,
wish I
a
ever
sheet of
used
paper.
this.
Perception. I have +8 to perception.
Right. Roll a perception then.
I'm helping.
Mm-hmm.
You chose the topic.
Yeah, you write your things, you go back into the library. Let me pull you back in. And all 3 of you, I guess Poe as well, all 4 of you, start looking for the sheet of paper that you just wrote. Let me check something real quick. Whoops. So you spend a bit of time looking for it. You don't immediately find it. It seems like you have to go through it twice until you eventually find that thing, that sheet of paper. And it's an exact copy of the thing that you just wrote. It was in the shelves.
Huzzah! Here it is.
So this might actually be the Great Library. That's dangerous to think if this knowledge is here unguarded or anything.
This is really exciting, though.
Is it? I'm just worried about what might happen. Especially if the hooded mages are already here.
They are here. They might already be onto something. Be onto this place.
if word spreads that this is actually the Great Library.
Well, yes, probably. Yeah, probably right. Not the best idea to go around spreading this discovery.
Hmm.
Jalek takes a few steps away, just looking around and thinking to himself.
Joey?
I just never thought that something this important would just be here in the middle of nowhere and... Well, there doesn't seem to be anything guarding it, right?
Well, would there be a reason for it to be more ostensibly guarded?
Well, with the amount of information that there is here, I kind of always imagined that there would be.
Well, it is Primal Magic. It's its own thing. It's our how to phrase this? It's our preoccupations that make it desirable to guard it, but perhaps from whatever caused the library to exist, that's irrelevant. It just is a library, and it's just people who would like to be more.
Yes, but in the legends, when they spoke, they spoke of the whole battle that there was when the library was raided. So I kind of always imagined that there were people defending it. It just seems weird that it's here without any protection at all. Don't you think so?
Well, Derkin always assumed it was just the people of the town or city or whatever the library was at the time who knew, or either knew of the Hooded Mage's intentions back then, or they were understandably apprehensive of a group of hooded people moving menacingly towards the library. But bottom line is Derkin assumed that it was people from wherever the library was located that were trying to stop the Hooded Mages, and not that the library itself was trying to protect itself.
And I always assumed the other way around because, I mean, if they wanted knowledge within their library, couldn't they just come here and deal with it? I mean, if they just infiltrate themselves into the populace and then... But I digress. Is there anything you guys wanted from here? I have some preparations I want to do before the ball.
You raise
Yes.
a valid point, though. Still on the library, because you're right. That bit did sound weird. Why couldn't they just use the library as? Could it be that they were in a similar predicament to us, as in it's something in the restricted section, and maybe the restricted section is somehow protected?
That might be it. But there's some preparations I want to do back at Amber Bloom's estate. Are you guys staying here?
Yes, I want to read a little bit before going.
Oh, Verkin doesn't have to suit up, so
Right.
we'll also stay.
I'll see you back at the estate then.
Alrighty then.
Make sure all the preparations are going according to plan.
Alright.
As he walks off and out of the library. So you guys are gonna look for... You guys are gonna look for? What do you guys want to
The
do in the
chemistry
library?
section.
Okay.
Socialite section.
Socialite and chemistry.
Mhm.
There can roll whatever you have highest perception or craft alchemy.
Alright. Yes.
And you can roll a knowledge nobility for Jikim.
Yeah, nice.
Alright. What can we give out from the library? PFSRD. So alchemy. More notably, alchemical creations. So, looking through the alchemy section, are you looking for anything in specific? Like how to craft something, how to... or just general looking for stuff for alchemy, if anything interesting
Probably.
shows up?
Probably the latter, and probably stuff regarding things that go boom would stand out more.
Things that go boom.
But not necessarily looking for that.
Okay. There's... There's a book about creating... It's almost... the end result is something that looks like a rock, but it explodes on impact. So if it's struck with a hammer or just very hardly thrown into a solid object with a lot of strength. I don't know how useful that might be for you, but that is something that you can try to create. How does creating things work for you, for alchemists?
It's similar to mundane crafting, I think, with the number
Yes,
of
it
perks
is.
for alchemy, for craft alchemy, from alchemist class, I mean. But the baseline rules for how much it costs and time taken, it's the same for mundane crafting, as far as I remember.
Okay. So with your check... Let's put it this way. Reading this book in specific on how to create this thing, it's very detailed and you understand it perfectly. The next time you would try to create this item, you can do so without like any skill checks. It's automatic success.
Nice.
Uses that you can have for this item, besides, you know, trying to like, code a bolt with it and shoot it into something, that might also work. Like do extra...
I wanted to ask how you say it's a
Yes.
rock, but how large is it, and
Well,
how big of an effect it have?
The size of it depends on how you create it, right? It's something that you make. The end result is it becomes solid. So all the ingredients are like liquids and powders, but then the end result, once it's finished, it hardens and becomes like a rock. Applications for it would be to make like to strap it onto weapons and you,
Strap it on.
you can see sounds a lot like plastic explosives. There's actually an IRL component that does something like this. I forget the name of it. But it can be put on weapons, so when it strikes, it'll blow and do extra damage. They talk about experimenting with this and doing that same thing, and there's a chance for the weapon itself to break during this, but the impact is massive, so it's a trade-off that you're gonna have to do.
When you say you coat the bolt with that, when you say
Yes,
it's a
make the make the tip out of it, or dip the tip in this thing, and then when you take it out, it's coated in it.
But what you were saying is that the bolt itself might disintegrate on impact, or when crafting when applying.
The test itself was with a hammer. The one they go into detail, and they put it on the end of the hammer. They tie it to the end of the hammer, and when they strike it, there is a very good chance that the hammer will break in the process.
Okay. So the impact itself, so the explosion itself destroys what's attached, so the bolt itself might be lost. Okay.
Yes. Something as small and fragile as a bolt will very likely just be destroyed on impact.
Disintegrate. Yeah. All right. Let me jot this down.
Although it might have very big impact on the weapon itself breaking, there's no records of the wielder being hurt in the process.
There's
That's
always
the
a
important
first.
part. That's the important part, though. The
average cost to make something out of this, to make something like this, the materials, depending on how big you want to go, it can go anywhere from 10 gold for like a tip, a bolt tip, to 55 gold to make it for the weapon. Plus the weapon itself, because it might very likely will be destroyed.
Alright.
There was in the book there was only a single instance that they talk about the weapon not breaking, and in that instance the material itself became unusable, so it lost the explosive property.
Oh wait, the testing apparatus survived but became a dud.
Yes, the rock itself became just a regular rock.
Huh.
At which point are you going to add the ET to the rock?
E.T.
Rock cat.
One step at a time. Soon.
Yeah. If you decide to make this, be sure not to trip and fall on top of it, because, you know, might have severe consequences.
There will be consequences.
If you want specifics on how much damage something like this might do,
Yeah.
it's somewhere in the round of 3, depending on what you quote, right? Somewhere between 2 and 5d6 of damage.
Damn.
Now, if
Fire
you
damage
weren't...
or
Yes, fire damage. If you weren't looking through the procedure in the book, it would be very hard to make. What I mean to say is the DC is very high, but since you have this book, it's not that hard to make.
Very nice. So, say the first time I try to craft this, it will
Automatically
be,
succeed.
Success. Okay. Might come in handy.
Hope you wrote everything down, because I probably won't find this thing again.
Forget anything.
Jakim was looking for how to act. Nobility.
Balls.
In balls. How to act around balls. How to act around balls. Preferably in this region, right?
Yeah. I mean, what region is this?
Well, Elysium, right?
I mean, are there books about balls in the Elysium?
It's something that you would look for.
I guess, yeah.
And while you do find just general nobility things that, like how to be, what's the word, courteous?
Mhm.
Courteous?
Just, yeah.
While there is general things like that, that's not information that is new to you. It's,
Alternatively, you can say a book on etiquette.
yeah. Like general etiquette around nobility is something that is not new to you. What you do find, however, is a family tree for a specific person that you might have heard
Yeah.
of.
Oh my! It is Voltaire.
Yes.
Why is it not the kid?
Because the kid is not actually a kid.
Because
Kid
the kid is a son.
Kid is
a
not
son.
nobility.
No. The kid is the parent of Shadius Voltaire.
Dun, dun,
Okay.
dun.
How far
grandfather.
does the tree go?
So the tree for House Shadius, or House Voltaire, sorry. Shadius is his first name. It goes back. Let me do this real quick.
200 years ago.
It goes back 30 generations.
Okay, and in years that's
Well, in years, do an average of 20... Well, no, actually, people in this place don't mature at 20, they mature at like 16, right? So do an average of like 18 per generation. So that's 18 times 30, that would be 540 years.
Quite a bit.
how long was the raid in the library? How long ago?
Let me find...
100 each.
I like the way you think.
Let me find it again. It was 100...
Okay, so it's 5 times.
120 years ago.
Okay, is there anything funny in the tree?
Anything funny in the tree? No, it's just a family tree for...
That goes down.
It goes up in this case.
It go down.
Dates back 30 generations. Who married with who? All the bastard children are also in the tree. There's...
Is Shadius a bastard?
Yeah, does Shadius have any bastard siblings or sons?
No. Is he a bastard?
No.
Doubt.
And not in the figurative sense.
No.
Doubt. Yeah. But does he have a bastard children and bastard
Sibling.
brothers?
Give me a second. I
And now his bastard brother is named Rizor. Rizor Voltaire.
figured out what wrong thing I was streaming. My browser is not going into the place that it usually goes, so that's what's happening. No, the family tree just looks very, very normal. None of the names really pop out to you. Probably because it's further... They moved multiple times throughout the years. The House Voltaire was not always in the human kingdom.
Ooh la la.
Yes,
Curious.
they moved several times throughout the years for all corners of the what is now the Coalition of Mutual Defense.
Okay, that's good to know, I guess. But regarding the topic I was googling for,
Regarding etiquette. Yeah, you find some books about etiquette, just nothing that you wouldn't know already, just a reminder to behaviors that you should have. If you want me to tell you what this translates to, it will be a bonus in diplomacy whenever you interact with nobility.
okay, I will
Or the ball.
write here, like, bonus nobility in diplomacy.
Yes.
I suppose this is the time that Avarish,
Mhm.
Yes.
if there's time, I would also like to... I'm supposing it's a +1 to nobility, right?
Just have a plus.
Plus nobility, okay.
Yes.
Saved.
It might be a +1, it might not be a +1.
Yeah, because if I put +1, it has to be a +1. I get it.
Yep.
If Avarish is still occupied, I would like to search for bestiaries or something like that. I
Of
think
any creature in particular?
encyclopedia of dragons and demons and something about dragons. I want to Google Rizar.
Roll a knowledge arcana and roll a knowledge religion, and then I'll switch back to Abaris while you do that.
Okay.
So,
Knowledge arcana.
Abaris,
I don't have a knowledge religion.
do a perception then.
I need to pray to find the book. Got it.
You need to look for... Knowing about your topic just makes it easier.
Uh-huh.
Abaris?
Yes.
You wanted to think for a moment and...
Yeah. I'm more or less ready.
Yep.
I actually have 2 ideas. I'm going with the first one for now.
Another reminder is that you still have to go to the magic section.
Yes. I'll do it at the end.
Yes.
What happens if I don't do any of those? Do I like break the universe or something?
One of them will be chosen for you.
Okay, fair enough.
You can't
enough.
escape
Why
your
don't you
destiny.
Let them try.
It's
Okay.
in this case, it's pretty simple. If you go out and you don't do that, then you didn't make a choice, and so it's the other one that's gonna happen.
Yeah. I assume so, but I wanted to see if I could break the universe and then the campaign right now. But for reals, I go back to the librarian and ask her quietly.
Mhm.
is it just me? Or are all the books that you can read very, how do you say it? Safe, non-controversial?
She once again pulls her glasses to the tip of her nose, looking at you.
Are you looking for books on politics?
Once again, Primal Magic. All that I've seen seems very tame, non-exciting, you know? A person craves a bit of spice in their life.
Well, it's what's there. It's what's there. I can't really help you with that.
Really? There's nothing else? Come on. I can see it in your eyes. You're not telling me something.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting that perhaps someone, I won't mention names, does not want certain books available to the public because they consider it dangerous. Either in the practical sense or in some other ways.
If you're implying that I'm doing that, no, that's the library's doing, okay?
Oh, so the library is doing something. There are more books.
There are, and they're not accessible to the public. And with good reason.
So how would one be able to access them?
One
You're not
wouldn't.
going- But you just said they're not accessible to the public.
Yes.
But there are people that can get to them. You can, right?
I can, but I won't.
And there's no one I can petition or something for them to be able to look at them. All in the interest of my research, of course.
She puts her book down. This time, not even holding her, not even holding her finger to remember the page she was at. Stands up on her chair, which doesn't make her very taller because she's not very tall.
She's a tiny person.
Listen, that kind of information does not need to be out, okay? If this is indeed that library that people were talking about, you don't want that happening again, okay?
True. We don't want another event, so to speak.
No, I can't vouch for yours or whoever's intentions, so the answer is no.
And there's absolutely no way. Nada. Zilch. For me to access the books. I mean, someone has to hold the key. Someone must be interested in the books. Someone must read them. I mean, otherwise it's kind of a waste, you know? It's knowledge. It should be free.
Knowledge should not be free if it's dangerous, so the answer is no, regardless of what you say.
I mean,
As she
knowledge
says
isn't
this,
dangerous though.
the same bookshelf that started rattling when you spoke up starts shaking again.
When she spoke up, or
Yes.
I spoke up.
When she
Okay,
the
sorry.
book
I
comes
understood
flying.
that it was I.
No, the book comes flying in because she got a
Bit
she rolls her tone.
excited. Yeah.
The book comes flying in her direction, and when it hits her, it knocks her glasses out of her eyes, and
Where do
a small they land on the table.
Okay.
Yes.
Is
And,
she
A magic
looking at the table?
circle. A magic circle starts forming around her waist.
Okay. One question. Is she looking at the table or the glasses?
No.
I pocket the glasses.
All right.
You're a fucking bitch, man. I love it.
All right.
I don't know how nearsighted she is. Or farsighted. I was getting confused with the two, honestly.
She needs the glasses to read so she can see without
Okay.
without them.
He's farsighted.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, is it farsighted? Yeah, farsighted.
Yeah, she has
Okay,
problems
see.
looking near her, so
Mhm.
she's
So she can-
farsighted.
Yeah, so I can see far, but not close or near.
She
Wherever
she
you
blinks hard a few times, like rubs where the book hit her before looking at you once again.
Yeah.
I should have known better.
Wait,
What was that?
what's all of this? She starts looking around, seeing that there's a magic circle forming around her.
I
Oh
look
boy.
excited. I look giddy
Oh boy,
while looking at the magic circle.
I hope this isn't anything serious.
That's Primal Magic, alright.
I
What
was
did you
so
think
hoping for the circle or for her to be like, no, you don't.
I mean, I
Hopefully.
would kind of want her to be like very nonchalant about the whole thing because this has happened before. Or at least something similar. It's like, oh well, just another day.
That's why she's oh, I hope it's not something serious.
Yeah, sounds funny as well.
Oh boy.
Like I was saying, the answer is no.
She
Yeah. Whatever.
jumps
But can I
jumps
take
off.
a look at that magic circle? Looks interesting.
She starts to get ready to climb off of her chair before looking down, looking at you again, saying, I don't see why not. I don't know what this is.
Cool. Thanks. I approach her.
You want to roll a spellcraft?
Knowledge Arcana spellcraft.
To identify a spell that is being cast, I think it's both. One for the School of Magic? No, wait. I never get these rules right.
Knowledge Arcana is for the school. Yes.
Yeah, but that's for Detect Magic, right?
Yes.
Identify a spell
already-
as it's being cast. It's
spellcraft.
Spellcraft.
Okay.
So roll a...
Yeah. Oof.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you have no idea what this is.
Oh, this is an interesting circle.
Well, I can say that I've never seen anything like this. Ever. It's incredibly interesting.
She
Does
just...
the library rent rooms, by the way? I'm
Perhaps.
thinking of staying here.
There's. You don't. You know you don't sleep at a library, right?
Why not?
No, if you want a room, you can check a book out and go home.
Yeah, but there's not the whole mystique and magic like there's in the library, you know? You've got
If you
to get really immersed into the primal magic to understand it.
if you want, we also sell these lecterns that you can read your book without having to hold it. It's a very popular item.
Oh. I'm restraining myself. There's so many dirty jokes that can be made here. Moving on.
She
I
steps
want one,
out from
please.
her... She steps down from her chair and starts looking around the floor. looking for her glasses.
Okay.
Yes.
I think. Okay. Just give me a better idea of what I'm working with in terms of space.
Mm-hmm.
What are we surrounded by? Like bookshelves, or is it more like an open area?
It's an open area right at the entrance, and then there's some more bookshelves.
So if
Like,
I said
like 10
a
feet
book
away.
knocked your glasses to your left, is it possible that it could have gone under a bookshelf?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think that the book obviously knocked your glasses off. Do you want me to help you? Look for them?
If you would be a dear and help me with that, but also just try to keep quiet. You don't want this to happen to you as well.
I understand.
As she points to the magic circle that is still surrounding her wherever she moves.
Does it do anything, or is it just cosmetic? Can she like fly?
It might do something.
work?
You just don't know what it is.
Have I touched it?
Touching it doesn't do
Like-
anything. No.
Okay.
It might do
just wanted
something.
to
You
poke
just
it.
don't know what it is.
Okay, I just wanted to poke it. See what happened.
Nothing.
I don't have a stick, so I did it with my finger.
That's a researcher in you.
So she's gonna move towards the first shelf and just look under and try to see if she can find them.
Okay. Once she's far away enough, I assume that she's gone a bit.
Mhm.
I
mean,
start.
She's about 15
Go-
feet away from you, if that's reference.
Okay, can I try and search her desk?
Are you ready to roll the stealth check?
Yes, actually I am. And beforehand, I get her glasses on one hand.
All right.
Ju-
I see where this is going.
Yeah.
Look, your glasses.
Oh, they were right here actually.
Roll a stealth.
Come on now, don't fail me. Reasonable.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you're
delivery is
gonna look through. I'm guessing you're looking for keys and stuff, right?
keys, maps, stuff like that. Yeah.
You do find the note.
Okay.
The note is more particularly where the section is. It's not on the maps. She wouldn't put that on the maps. Just
Duh.
the map that she shows people where things are.
Oh yeah. See, here's the cooking books.
Yeah,
Here's
here's the
math
forbidden
books.
section.
And here is the torture books and how to make a flesh golem using the tortured flesh of your victims.
How to create a ritual that will end the world.
I mean, that's important literature.
Satanism for beginners, you know?
Yeah.
How to create a cult 101.
Do you
For
guys
kids.
really think that all those monsters just come out of nowhere? Someone made them. Yes, how?
True.
I mean, how
me-
else would they leave money when they die?
Let me
They'll have pockets.
find.
With this book, you can also create them.
On this note,
Okay.
it also says, don't forget the labyrinth of facts.
Don't forget the labyrinth of fact.
Facts.
Act.
Facts, plural.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Don't forget the labyrinth of facts. Okay.
On the note that says where the library is. Where the forbidden section of the library is. However, you don't find the key. Just that note.
Okay. And there's nothing else.
Wasn't
I
that
mean,
enough already?
Not
The-
even a raunchy book.
I mean, there's a few books on the floor.
Okay. Not
Uh,
but no
but
50
nothing.
Shades of Grey.
No.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to see what book she was reading at the time. It's just a very light, simple novel. Nothing out of the
Okay.
ordinary.
Just making a joke.
I know.
So yeah. Okay, I read the note.
Yes.
So I go up to her and say, "Hey, I found your glasses."
No, she
And
stands up, takes them from you, thanks you, and asks, "Oh, where were they?"
oh, they were just over there on the floor. I
Roll a
pointed
bluff.
the candle. Sure.
You were just waiting for this answer.
I mean, I was just waiting for him to lie about where he found the glasses, because it was gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, I mean, it did a lie. I mean, she didn't have many reasons to distrust me, so I feel
Yeah.
that the 15 is reasonable.
I thought you saw them come in this direction.
No, I said that they went flying off.
Oh.
That's why I went to look for them over there. Otherwise I wouldn't have.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you for the help.
No problem.
She puts them. She like tucks them into, the front of her shirt collar. Walking back to her desk.
Okay. So, I'm going to meet up with Jakim, and who else is here? Jalik?
No, Durkin.
No? Okay, sorry.
Mhm.
So I'm going to meet up with him and discuss this note, and then have a meeting with Destiny.
The streamer.
I was
Or
going
the
to
game.
say it's not a stripper. I was
the
going to say it's not
stripper.
a stripper. Yeah. Not the stripper. I have to go to the magic section.
Mm-hmm. Right. So you relay that information to everyone, the note that you found, where the section is located.
Yeah.
Characteristically enough, it's behind a bookshelf.
Fuck, I forgot to unmute.
Okay.
Where did you find this note?
In her desk.
Oh, and it says it's where?
In a
Um,
labyrinth of facts.
No, that's the don't forget the labyrinth of fact. The
Then
note
I
itself.
didn't record.
Yes,
Oh,
the note
I didn't
itself
hear it.
pointed to being on the second floor behind one of the bookshelves.
On the second floor, behind one of the bookshelves.
Yes. It points you specifically to which bookshelf.
Oh,
That,
I
that easy
didn't
then.
get it. Honestly, I thought it was just a riddle.
No, I said it shows you where it is, and it has this note attached to it.
Oh, sorry.
It's like, it's here,
misunderstood
also
completely.
don't forget the labyrinth of fact.
So the
Sorry.
forbidden section is behind a bookshelf,
Yes.
which is pointed in that note.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A small question: labyrinth, or am I misunderstanding?
Labyrinth.
Yes.
Okay.
Maze, if you will.
Yeah. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I understood the word properly.
Sure.
Not that I currently know of it yet, but to prevent question next time.
Okay. So, does anyone feel adventurous?
I will point out that you've been at this library for several hours, and it's getting closer to the ball time. If you have preparations you want to do before the ball, you might be cutting it short if you're gonna do that now.
I say it's ball time.
Yeah, we know where it is, and the library isn't moving. Most likely.
I mean,
Considering
Most
what you
likely.
know about it, it's
don't keep the GM ideas.
Okay, we leave.
I would not pull the rug under you like that. I don't know
Okay,
what you think of me.
While we leave, I want to go to the bookshelf in this magic section.
Right. Also, Jakim, you're looking for things about Rizori the Dragon. You don't find anything about that.
Okay. Nothing
Okay,
about dragons in general?
I mean, there's information about dragons in general, but there's no information about this place in particular.
Of course, makes sense.
I was just thinking if anyone in the world would have written about this dragon. No, there's no information about this dragon.
It could be in the forbidden section.
It
Do you
could.
want to call it the forbidden or the restricted?
Forbidden is probably better.
Okay.
Or you can just call it whatever.
Are we going to start the ball today?
Yes. I hope.
Maybe start, but I don't think we're gonna do
No.
much about it.
Not gonna finish it, but start it. Yes.
Okay.
Before you go, Abaris, you're inexplicably attracted to the magic section, where
Yes.
Jakim is looking for his book about dragons.
Okay. Would a book about dragons be in the magic section or in the biology section?
Arcana.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
It's
Arcana.
it's not nature. You pull out one of the books. Now you're
I'm
gonna
trying
have to help me with this.
Okay. Give me a second.
Because I don't know what spells you have.
Yeah. Give me a second. Open up my spellbook.
Pathfinder Oracle spell list. How many spells do you have? That's more like it.
Yeah, give me a second. Still opening it up. I couldn't find my character sheet.
So you're gonna roll a 1d however many spells you have,
Okay.
and you're gonna in order pick the one with that number.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna do the same and roll 1d however many spells are for that level, and you're gonna get a random one.
Okay. So
And
let's
before
count
you end at the same point which you started.
That would be funny.
I have 19 spells.
All right. Roll a
No,
1d
20. Sorry. I miscounted the level 0 spells. I skipped one.
and roll a d20.
Sure. Ten.
What's your 10th spell?
Spark. Level 0 spell.
Level 0 spell. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
By the way, do I have duplicate protection?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll just re-roll if you already have that spell.
Okay.
The 12th spell is...
Spark.
Yes.
For real?
Yes.
Bruh.
Bruh.
Nah.
Good thing you made sure to ask beforehand.
I'm not even kidding. If you look for the 0 spells for Cleric Oracle, the number 12 is Spark. You can't
Bruh.
make this shit up. I called it. No, but you lose access to a spell and get one at random, so we'll re-roll this one.
No, it's done, it's done.
Set duplicate protection though.
Detect
Yeah, he can choose
poison.
to keep.
You already have it.
No, I don't.
Poison?
Nope.
Okay.
I have Purify. I have Detect Magic. And Create Water. Stuff like that.
Okay. So, when you touch this book, you don't even open it. You...
I just get a jolt.
No, you... Thinking about your past, you never knew the Spark spell, did you? You always knew the Detect Poison one.
Makes
Right.
sense. Yeah.
The Book of Gaslighting.
Exactly. I was going to say that.
It's weird.
Sorry,
every
what
time
did
that
you say?
every time that you've cast Spark so far, you're actually looking for poison in those people, right? This is
Very deeply inside of them.
Oh.
Spark
Okay.
ignites an object, and Detect Poison detects poison in it. So you're actually, actually looking for poison. You have like a
I'm
faint
not
memory.
trying to harm them.
Yeah,
I'm-
you had a
I want
faint
to help
memory. You had a faint memory that some of the times that you did this, the things caught on fire, but that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's probably electric discharge or something like that. Static.
All right. So you can have that memory in your head now, and change your
Fair.
spark to detect poison.
Already done. Already done.
Nice.
Okay, moving on.
Back to Emberbloom's estate.
Back to.
Am I going to be involved in the next section for
Yes.
like next 5 minutes, or can I go and get a refill of water?
Yes, you can go.
Okay.
And yes, you will be. You will be part of the. But yeah, I'll pull information back to the other guys. No worries.
Okay. I just need like water.
Mm-hmm. Back home. Besides resuming the sparring with Elvira, Razes, and preparing the wind chimes that Abar has brought, is there anything else you wanted to do?
Jakim, not a Barus.
I think Abar's was the one shopping. No? I
I
might be
thought
mistaken.
Jakim had all the money. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't really matter, yeah. One of them.
I think we decided that I would wear something specific for even if it just be my armor. So
I think it was just your armor. You would be outside.
yeah, depending on the time frame till when it is gonna be,
Mhm.
I would put it on already.
Yep. Before they arrive, it will make sense to do that. Let me pull you here.
Ah, jeez.
Your room. Where's your room again? Your room is right
The
there.
one with the body.
Yes. Let me do this. So while everyone's out, you repair the wind chimes on the windows like you had planned already. You spend your time doing your preparations, your gear, making sure everything's in check.
Am I I guess I'm. Oh God, how's the mail called again? The mail waiter, so to speak, the mail servant.
Richard?
Richard?
Yes, Richard, to get
The
my sickle
butler.
back. Scythe back.
What, sorry?
I would like to ask Richard whether I can get my scythe back.
Oh,
Since we usually had to store it.
yeah, yes, of course, and he would bring it to you in your dressing room, or in your room in specific.
It's very much appreciated. I'm kind of considering whether we should get rid of this person.
What, you're saying you don't like having a body in your room?
I mean, besides that part, it's also the part of. Didn't you say everyone is allowed to go everywhere around here
Well,
except for second floor?
yes, but I mean, you can lock your rooms if you want to.
Okay. That makes it a bit easier. But yeah,
Back.
can we also put something in front of the window so it's not see-through?
Like, cover the windows with sheet?
Yes. I would rather not have someone look from outside and see a body.
I mean, yeah, you can pull the curtains on it.
Yeah, then I would like to do that as well. It has a wind chime now, it has this, so...
Richard also
alright.
asks you, seeing your weapon, your armor, if you would like help with donning the armor.
Oh, that is very much appreciated as well.
Yeah.
As it will make it a whole lot easier for me.
He also helps you in putting that on as well.
I mean, I would like to ask him while he's helping me though, how long he's been working for Mr. Amberbloom.
I don't remember Richard's voice. I know it was something posh, but I'm gonna run out of posh voices to do during the ball, so... Well, I've been with Mr. Amberbloom since I was a little boy.
Okay, so you've also traveled with him here?
Well, yes, all three of us traveled from the mainland here with him.
Out of curiosity, where were you from originally?
Let me look that up again. Oh, of all my life I've worked for Mr. Amberloom since I was a wee boy. We were in Pidston before that. Have you heard of this place?
Trying to think about it.
The answer is yes.
Did I? Thank you. Why was I remembering it?
You've talked about this when you've mentioned Jandis and Zay Amberbloom before. They were all... Whenever someone mentioned Amberbloom for the first time, someone remembered, one of the people in the group, I don't remember who, remembered that there was a missing nobleman by that name.
Okay.
One of the people gone missing.
Okay, so yes, I've heard about it. I've never actually been there, but there have been stories about. Now that I think about it, likely Mr. Amberbloom missing.
Yes, it's quite a quaint town. It's very calm. Let me just double check because I think it was near the ocean, right? Yes. And it's right next to the ocean, and I would do a lot of loading and unloading from the docks for Amber Bloom's business.
Yeah, see.
But
So you also
missing,
fishing?
is it out that we've been missing?
I mean, I'm
What is
sure
it?
you can imagine if someone would go suddenly not be seen for multiple weeks and months and, well, years.
I just
People
never
would
really,
ask questions at some point.
I just never put much thought into it. I always just assumed that it was part of business travel.
You never returned it? To go
Well,
through
I
portal?
just didn't know that the general public didn't know about that.
If the general public knew about it, why don't you think they were here?
Well, I just never really put much thought into it.
Okay, I'm not gonna push this further.
Is there anything
Some-
else you would like to ask him?
Yes, that's what I'm currently thinking. Since he is obviously around the house quite a bit more times than I have ever been, I would like to ask him whether he knows from like outside in the garden some places where, well, I mean, he's aware of the body in the room.
Mm-hmm. Where people
Where-
might hide?
Yes, exactly.
Well, the neighbors' kids, they sometimes go around hiding. He moves closer to the window and pulls the curtains to explain.
Mhm.
He points out a few trees and bushes where the kids usually hide. And he says, I mean, you can very clearly see this place from here, but if you do see something coming from there, please don't go with your scythe and threatening, because it might be the neighbor's kids.
Even at the time of the ball?
I mean, there's music.
There is a possibility,
Okay.
especially when
Thanks for the warning.
whenever there are balls and events. Sometimes the kids just escape, jump through the window. You know how kids are.
Thinking back to my youth. Yes. I would like to ask him, with all the knowledge that he has of this estate, where
Mhm.
would he hide if he wouldn't want to be seen?
Where would he hide? Let me find the place. He
That's not he moved the body.
no. Once you're done of dressing, he motions to you to follow him.
Okay.
As he takes you to your dining room, he he moves closer to this wall, holds one finger up, like in a wait here motion.
Okay,
As
I
in-
guess I'm moving further towards him then. Just
Well, He
Before
pushes you
the-
a little bit back because
Okay.
he needs access to this this area. He knocks on the top of the wall where he can reach, as far as he can reach. He knocks twice there, and then reaches down close to the floor and knocks once. And when he does that, the wall slides in a bit, and then slides to the side, revealing a small room. Right there. That on the bottom is not a window.
One sec,
So-
I'm not seeing this. I'm writing my note.
Ignore the bottom.
So you said he knocked twice on the like as high as he could reach, and once on the bottom.
Yes. Close to the floor. And this wall panel right there slides in and then to the
I'm
side.
gonna see this now. There we go. Now I see this.
Yeah.
room.
Yes.
Okay.
The wall itself slides, whoops. Slides in and then slides to the side.
Nicely done. Okay. I'm impressed and genuinely thanking him for showing me this and like, is he gesturing me inside or is he just showing it to me?
No, just showing. You ask where he would hide if he did so. He says, "Oh, this is where I would hide in case of an emergency or something."
Nice. Is there more rooms like this around here?
No, this is the only one.
And is there something like bluff detection?
You
Just be
can
bluff?
you can roll a sense motive, but he's speaking the truth, so it's
Okay.
not even necessary.
Well, I have to be out of character for this brief. Simply, if everything you just said would be in character, I would have considered this might be. Do I tell him or not?
Oh no.
Okay.
It was just me out of
Mhm.
character looking and then answering.
Okay.
No, this is the only one. Well, this is the only one at least downstairs. There's another one upstairs.
I see. Okay. Yeah, again, thanking him. There was one thing more
He,
I was considering,
once-
but I
when-
don't remember.
once you thank him,
So, yeah.
he starts pulling the wall that moved to the side, and then lets go, and the wall itself just shifts back into place.
Okay, so you just pull the
Yes.
moving wall. Okay.
And then it carries the momentum and then closes back up.
Alrighty.
Is there
Is
anything
there
else you would
any-
ask?
Specific, like looking at the wall now, like is there anything specific for me to see where he pushed, where he knocked? Like for example,
any indications now that you know that it's there? Roll a perception.
Wait, because depending if I describe it good, you might give me a benefit. Something I would consider right now is, for example, a place which has been touched way more often.
Roll a perception.
Okay. Second skills. Been a while. Perception.
You can't see it on the wall itself, but now that you're looking very, very, very close at it, you can see the seam where the wall connects to the door. It's very, very hard to perceive, and it's like understandable that you
I
didn't see
know
it before,
because it's
because you didn't. Yeah, you didn't have your face this close up to the wall before. You wouldn't have a
I'm
reason
basically
to.
seeing it because I know what to look for.
Yeah, but as for where to knock, you know where it is, but you wouldn't be able to tell how to do it if you didn't know it.
I mean, count-wise, obviously
Okay.
not, but
Seeing
Other
as
than that-
you
well,
you
okay.
take this interest in the wall, he takes a step back and asks, "Would you care to give it a try?"
sure. I guess I'm gonna try knocking the same way, twice on the top, once on the bottom.
And as you
Close
do
to the
that,
floor.
the wall once again shifts in and to the side.
Magic. Okay, and then I would
Pull on it
But,
to close it.
wait, no. And can you simply pull it away, pull it open from the inside?
Oh, on the inside you do the same thing. 2 knocks up, 1 knock down.
I see. Would be a shame if I would be trapped in there.
Let's hope that doesn't happen.
My
And
question.
if it does, just bang on the wall. I'm sure someone will eventually hear you.
Eventually. Okay. Yeah. I still unfortunately don't remember what I wanted to talk to him besides, but so be it.
Oh,
So, yeah.
If you do need anything, I will be manning the bar. So, if there's any questions, anything else that I can help you with.
Unfortunately, I doubt I will have much time at the bar as I will be outside patrolling. Oh, no, actually, I now remembered. First I have to ask GM a question, so out of character.
Okay.
Was I aware of the poison stuff with Veronica?
Yes.
Okay, then I would... Am I aware whether Richard was asked something like this already? My
Like
point
what?
being asking whether he was approached with an unethical request.
I believe not. I think Jandis was there.
Okay, then I would
Ask him.
yeah, like to ask him, like put my voice down a bit. So like this person here in, well, my room, he and like probably other people want to go in here or like do some harm to Mr. Amberbloom, and perhaps besides like, well, let's call it infiltrating the house this way they did perhaps someone approach you while, for example, you were outside shopping or something with, well, a request in regards of hurting Mr. Amberblue?
I wouldn't expect anyone to make such a request, such a bold request out in public. But no, I haven't been approached with something like that.
Okay. I again thank him for this answer, and now I'm actually gonna cut it.
Alright. He makes his way out and back to the bar.
Alrighty.
So, everyone else. Well, on the map you're here, but you're walking back to Amberbloom's estate. Let me pull you here for a second. I know only a bar assist token is there, but just imagine all 3 of you are right there right now. There you go. Luckily I have you on hand. So, on your way back, assuming you don't have anything in particular that you want to discuss besides what you already did of where the place is and what you're going to do with that after, with that information after.
I suppose.
And as you're walking back,
There got the upcoming ball.
when you notice Jakim
Mm-hmm.
next to, walking alongside you, next to you,
Oh god.
is the kid.
Of course.
I'm so happy I met Mr. Ambergloom's.
Again, with
Does any-
his eyes closed, walking like there's nothing, like he's not running into anyone. He asks, so I've heard you've seen the library.
It appears so.
What do you think of it?
Very good ear you have.
It was cool, I guess. Do you know about Dovetail Giant?
What did you just ask him?
If he knows
To throw
about
back to the
Dovetail
other
Giant.
session.
Not sure if I'm getting this.
Okay.
Last session he was.
Yeah, basically I googled something for crafting. In real life,
Ah,
it was a joint.
yes,
just-
I see it. I actually know those.
Is that the most interesting question you have right now?
Well, I have multiple interesting questions, but I mean, you didn't even say hello, so. Or how are you? You know.
And I don't need to say goodbye either.
Rude. I'm preparing for a ball, okay? I need to have my etiquette on point.
He seemingly disappears from in front of you. Like, vanishes. Kind of thing. And then, Derican, you hear from your other side. Do you have any interesting questions?
This thing is relative. Do you know the way into the restricted section? Yeah.
I could take you there, but what's the fun in that?
Cheeky bastard.
Depends on what you find fun.
Why do you want so much to go there anyway?
Fair. We aren't certain that what we need is in there. We suppose there might be information about. Wait. What do you know of the hooded mages?
Once you seeing your trail of thought, and once you change your chain of thought, he smiles, still with his eyes closed, looking in your direction. There's what I expected.
That
know
might
they're-
be even more creepy than.
Besides, they've been conquering the land. The whole ritual thing.
Yes.
I might know some other thing.
What might that be? Might be something we haven't heard of yet.
I could tell you, but what's in it for me?
Derkin doesn't know what what's your stake in all this.
He just shrugs as he says, I like to shake things up. I'll tell you what. You've delivered a message for me, and I appreciate that. I know Rizora didn't appreciate that as much as I did.
You might say that.
What do you have to offer?
So many things.
Turning to Jakim. Things? What things? Things don't matter.
Yeah, but I'm done with deals.
Do you want some gum? I have some gum. You like gum? No? Is that no?
Looking at Derrick once again, because he seems to be the only one taking him seriously.
Mhm.
You seem like the kind of folks that also shake things up.
We might find ourselves into those situations sometimes, apparently.
Into shooken situations.
You ask what can we offer, but as Derwin suspected, and as you just said, things don't matter to you, so that limits. We don't really know what Derwin doesn't really know what motivates you.
I'll let you in on a secret. And I'm only going to say this once. Some of the mages that you're looking for are already in the city. You might have already realized that.
We had our suspicions.
So, if we're going to shake things up, I want you to find the statue of the boar and give it to one of the mages.
Just one thing of character. I missed a bit. I remember earlier today it was discussed this statue of the boar. I
think
might
Abaris
have
knows.
missed-
I don't know if he's passed that information on.
Okay, but even what you told Abaris, I don't really recall the
Gold.
whole.
A gold marble statue of a boar.
Yes, but is this a thing that he just saw in a vision of some kind, or?
No, he
I missed
talked
the context.
to Amber Bloom's contacts, and one of them told him that there was a kid looking for this thing.
The courtesan.
Yes.
She said that a kid, so presumably him, was looking for this statue, and he just gave that description. You said golden marble?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry. Um, e- that raises back. Suppose it's back in character. That raises two problems. What statue and where to find the at least one of the mages, or where do they gather?
I'm sure they'll come to you. No,
Just by having that statue.
just by your mere existence.
Hmm.
You are, after all, participants in the tournament, right?
They don't like that here.
But yes, that's what I want you to do. Now, what did you want to know about them?
Well, where they are, I suppose, but also we thought we could find the ritual they presumably want to perform, to know how to stop it. Guys, if anyone has questions for the kid, it's now.
How to stop the ritual.
You.
What?
Although I don't want to do any pact or anything, knowing where they are, it's something.
I'm sure they'll come to you. Again. And again. And again.
Oh. There's that many of them? Did I know that?
This is probably not common knowledge, but it's been over 100 years. So they've managed to gather more followers. It's kind of imprudent to assume that there's only 4 of them. Or 5. How many was it again?
Are any of the original ones still alive? Are any of these the original ones still?
Well, of course. They did complete the ritual after all. How do you think these things happened? But any case, they're looking for that statue. So I want you to find it and give it to them.
Can we find that statue?
Just ask around. I'm sure you'll find it. He says with a grin on his face.
So you're telling us there's more to this story than what the history books tell us, right?
Yep.
Interesting.
I mean, they've been in a faraway land for years, after all.
No one else?
I'm reading what Tyrkin said. I wish you would make that remark, but yes.
No.
No way.
The proverbial elbow jab on the
At
side
a
of the back.
Boris. But he's not reading.
Oh yeah.
So, find that, give it to them,
And maybe I'll consider letting you into that section of the library. I'm not sure you'll have much luck with what you're looking for.
And
Well, that's disappointing.
could you direct us to where we could have some luck with what we're looking for?
On how to stop the ritual? I hope you're good at improvising.
Why, yes, I am. Thank you very much.
That reminds me. He takes he lets himself fall back a bit while you're walking to Abaris.
Okay.
Your friends, your dwarven friends, not all of them made it.
Oh, that's
know
kind of
this.
sad.
Not all of
I
the
don't.
ones that you brought back made it.
Damn it.
I know you were a little bit busy to check the hospital, so you have that information.
Thank you.
Thanks for the information.
Also, isn't it weird that you've never asked what your the name of the succubus?
She has a name. It's Hot Demon Mama, and that's a perfectly fine name. What more do I want? Does she need another name?
I like you. You in particular.
Doesn't make annoying questions. Wanting to know the
You're
plot.
stupid. I like you.
No,
Sorry.
because he doesn't care about stuff the same way. And the reason for him doing things is similar. So remember, gold boar statue, and give it to them. Now you might be thinking, isn't that helping them in their quest? And the answer is yes.
Is it?
Are we really helping them though, or do they think we're helping them?
What is this statue and why is it something they are seeking?
Well, you'll find out once you get into the library.
Ugh. You're no fun.
What do you mean I'm no fun? I'm telling you how to help them complete their ritual, which you're then going to stop. How is that not fun?
Unfortunately, not there, as I would like to say this in character. If we ever give this thing to them, kids probably gonna be show up. Okay, first thing, how to stop this ritual. Don't give them this.
Don't let them get the statue, idiots.
And that's it.
Simple as don't let them get the statues. Why did you give them the statues, idiots?
And now I'll take my leave. Which to you, he points to Jakim, means goodbye.
Goodbye.
Oh snap.
As he walks off in the other direction. Alright, back to Amberbloom's estate. Down here. So by the time that you make it in, let me put this here.
1 second.
By the time you make it back, let me do this here. Let me put this here.
me zoom out. That one there. Oh shit!
There's a guard.
I put a token in the map layer. We copy that and we copy that. All right. And Razes, you want to put yourself outside somewhere. If you want to be at the entrance, or more towards the garden area in the back. You can pick one.
It's the end of the evening, right?
Yes.
Somewhere around here. Like, essentially, initially would do something like walk.
Yeah.
Like this.
Alright, so before everyone else arrives, in that case, you start to see some of the guests arriving a little bit earlier than would be expected. That includes the whole entourage of performers.
Understandably so.
Let me do this. As they get in sooner than everyone else in order to prepare for the evening's affairs. Some of the guests also arrive. Who would be here early? And this group would be here early. These are people you've never seen before.
Where are these? Oh, there's the first one.
Yes. So there's as you would expect, these are all very well-dressed people. And
Likely ignoring me.
yes. And they also carry themselves
Arrogantly.
this. Yes. They're important people.
Let's cut
and-
to the chase.
No, they think they are important people. Major
Mm,
difference.
No, they think and they are important people. As they make their way in and greeting the guards.
So they greeting the guard, but not me.
What is it?
Well, greeting the guards
know,
that
you're gonna
they've
know.
seen before.
Okay. See where this is
And-
going.
Yes. Ignoring Elvira, for example, and making their way in.
Maybe people they
But
already
yes, they are all very well-dressed, snobbish people. It almost reminds you of the people who would keep you as slaves back from your homeland, only in humanoid version, in human version.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Let me pull up another group. They're also amongst the people that show up early. There's this one guy. Again, carrying himself very well. But he comes accompanied as well by two ladies.
Is it something that looks similar to Mr. Amberbloom and his servants? Or
No,
do those people look
no.
like more fiancés or, well, whatever the hell you want to call it?
They look to be dressing not in very formal attire, but something more revealing.
Some fun for the evening.
Most likely, yes. And
I like that he has a pipe.
That's how you know he's a
Pipe
pimp.
for the pimp.
yes. And this is the time that everyone else would arrive. Everyone else, you come in with Raz is at the door, just pacing back and forth.
Should we get in through the front door, or should we like try and sneak
Well,
into the
since
quarters
Since you are... Oh,
just to get dressed and stuff?
right. People are already here.
Are you asking me or are you asking this?
I'm saying it out loud.
You wanna break in through your own window?
Well, the windows are already prepared, so I would not recommend that. I mean, everyone entered through here for now. Even the performers as well, so... But if you want, I can have a look for Richard, Veronica, or Jandis and ask.
That'd be nice.
Okay, I would like to give you my weapon then for the meantime. And because I rather learned my lesson that I shouldn't go in there with one weapon drawn.
Yes, and you go in asking for...
Yeah, whether they should enter there or not. I mean, I'm aware where Richard is gonna be, so I'm likely just gonna go to him
Yeah,
if
just
he is available. Else, I'm assuming that both Jandis and Veronica are gonna be standing or like serving something.
you mean Vanessa?
Vanessa, my bad. I don't know why I said Veronica, but this is not the first time today I said Veronica.
Yes.
But this is the first time you're correcting me.
How dare you correct him, GM?
So yeah, you're gonna
No,
poke,
it's more
poke
the
your head
opposite. How
in,
dare you not correct me yet?
poke your head in, and ask Richard.
Yes.
He calls over Amberbloom, who is entertaining the guests, to talk to you. And Mr. Amberbloom says, "Well, they are my... fuck, I can't do the accent right now. You are my guests here, so you're welcome to come in at any time. Even if you're not wearing your attire, just don't mingle with the guests looking with your normal attire. Just don't make us fuss about it."
While he is saying this, is he saying this in regards of looking at critical at what I'm currently wearing, which is the attire that's already supposed to be?
No. Just you, because you asked everyone else if they could come in.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Thanks.
He's just saying,
Yes.
saying.
Okay. I'm thanking him for his answer and
Pass it on to everyone else.
inform him that the rest, or at least a fair amount of the group, will be there soon. And then I would, excuse myself.
Very well. I will wait for them.
Alrighty. Then, I go outside again, grab my weapon again from the bars, and tell them that they are free to go in. And likely Mr. Amberbloom will be there waiting for them.
Okay.
And obviously to, as he said it, to not mingle with the guests while still in the normal attire.
So, everyone, make your way in.
Okay. Let's go in.
Can I pull your tokens there?
Or pull us. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
There you go. Mr. Amberloom just stays there, ushering you to your things.
Just a question: wasn't Derkin supposed to be also outside?
Oh, okay, then never mind you. I pulled your token because I keep forgetting that you're...
I would also like to ask whether you have some time in mind where you can make for a good break.
Another
Wednesday.
15 minutes?
Okay.
10, 15?
Yeah.
By
Okay.
the way, is the corpse still in the bedroom?
Yes.
Yes. Who
Just
are you? Are you asking this anyone, or are you just
The GM. The GM.
okay?
As fun as it would be to do this in character. Yeah.
But yeah, I specifically made sure that the corpse is not visible, but it's there.
Imagine just walking in. Hey.
Right.
Hey, is the corpse still in the bedroom?
Let me pull this
I mean,
here.
That'll
would you
send a
rather
mood.
have me shout back, "No, I threw it in the trash"?
So you guys get dressed. Can you and make your way back to the ball?
Let's get bowling.
Can you? I guess I'll move your tokens for you back to
Yes, please.
back here. On your way back, you do see Angelic that was informed that you have arrived. Also wearing a suit, similar attires to the people that you saw in the ballroom, as well as yours. And let me turn this on. There you go. Make your way back into the ball. It's still kind of calm because there's not many people have arrived yet. Oops.
I like the music.
A little bit loud. The performers have started to do their show, though. It's nothing burlesque as of yet.
Yeah.
Although it's very clear that the performers are dressed in a way that would be
Enticing. Really?
enticing, yes. And possibly more burlesque in the future. Abaris, you in specific notice that one of the performers is in fact Nyla. As was stated that she would be performing.
Yes.
In particular, having noticed that you're here, she smiles and winks at you while performing her dances.
I do the
What's
same.
Nyla?
Courtesan.
Nyla is one of the performers. This one in particular.
The contacts that
No, I meant more in regards of where she's from.
Oh, one
brothel.
of the brothel. One of Amber Bloom's contacts. Let me ask you a question. Do you guys prefer having the names under the tokens? So that you know
How?
who people are?
It would personally, for me, make a whole lot of it easier.
Yeah,
Like if I do this.
sure.
People
Yeah,
who-
it would be much easier.
Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes the images are a bit confusing,
Okay. I'll
especially after a while.
start doing that. Because there's going to be a lot of names here.
I imagine.
Especially
how-
then, it's much appreciated, my friend.
Alright. I'll start doing that for next one. As you make your way in, Amberbloom, who is entertaining one of the tables, just making conversation, notices that you've made your way back in. And he says out loud, "Ah, my friends, I see that you're ready. Come. There's some people here I want you to meet." he motions you all over.
By the way, I winked back at Nyla.
Yes, I took that in. Very well. Hello. So,
Tito.
no, my brother. Can I move you all? Can I move you as well, Jakim? Closer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm like, do you want to play this as guys? Do you want to come? The temptation is there.
My friends, these are. He also calls the other people my friends, as he says. My friends, these are some very important guests that I have over, sleeping at my estate, and that is why the other thing that you suggested earlier will not be possible. He turns back to you as he says, they were suggesting, some private entertainment, but some of our rooms are full. There's not many rooms for that.
Oh, that's a pity.
So, this is Mr. He takes a step to the side. This is Mr. Reynard Baines. He he runs one of the tool shops. You don't need to write the names down. They're going to be there.
Okay.
I mean, that's literally what GM was saying, like...
Yes.
Oh,
let it go.
I thought his name was Beans.
Baines.
Baines.
Oh, Beans.
No.
Oh.
No.
We met shortly after I came to this town. I hadn't heard of him before. Reynard stands up. He takes a bow, extends his hand to whoever is closest. In this case would be Avaris.
I get closer. I say, pleasure to meet you. Also take a small bow and shake his hand.
It's a pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
I also want to come to shake his hand.
Yes.
Okay, I take
Make
a
use of
step
that book of etiquette.
sideways.
What field of business are you gentlemen from?
Magic.
Don't say magic. You're a craftsman.
Magic.
Magic craftsmanship.
I hear that you very much learned what you say.
He shakes your hand, also shakes Jalek's hand.
And this is my associate, Raylan Robinson.
He also stands up, takes a bow, extends his hand. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The other one, right?
Yes.
Is he coming to us or are we going to him?
No, also bowing, extending his hand, like reaching over the table as well, if need be.
Oh, okay.
Let's assume that everyone shakes their hand.
Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're
What is your
COVID all around.
magic area? And what part of town have you set up shop?
I'm setting it. Still. I'm still taking care of some business. Finances. The stock market these days.
Please so funny you just said that.
I thought you were gonna say bureaucracy or something.
Oh, bureaucracy. That's a good one. Bureaucracy is also a good one.
Because you've seen the amount of sorry, the name's wrong.
Yeah. Yes.
Robinson.
One who robs sons.
So you're
Really,
gonna say
Robinson.
finances, right?
I mean, I've said finances already.
I mean, you also said magics 3 times.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not lying.
He frowns his eyebrow a bit. Turns to Amberbloom as he says, "You've never mentioned that you were going to invest into the magic business as well." He takes a seat over here, sitting right next to them. Well, you see, gentlemen, they are in the magic business, but more importantly, there's some business outside of the city that we are planning to make. Is that not right, gentlemen?
Indeed.
Yes, I nod my head.
See, these are the people I told you about. The ones that left the city and came back. Their eyes change completely. They were questioning your motives as they opened their eyes wide with admiration.
They now understand. They're starting to believe. Gentlemen, take a seat. Would you like something to drink? I assume that he's talking to us and not
Yes,
to
yes.
Reinhard or...
They've already been fitted with drinks.
Ooh, what
Okay,
was
okay.
the name of that drink that you liked?
Something punch. Java punch?
Wow.
I'll just say that I'll have whatever you're drinking.
Was it a Java punch?
It was a Java punch.
I think so. Yeah, I think that was it. Is that what you're gonna ask for?
I will ask for the Java punch.
And the bars?
Whatever they're drinking. That's what I said.
Who is
Character.
drinking? One of each?
I mean, the night's young.
Right.
Yeah.
So Amberbloom looks over to Richard, does some gestures indicating, well, from a distance, just pointing at the drinks and the numbers of how many they want. You can all take a seat. There's some other important guests that I want you to meet in specifics, but they have not arrived yet. As for everyone else, you're welcome to go and mingle. Try to talk
That's
to
a
them.
shame.
They'll be here soon. Don't worry about that. Let me do something else. So outside, people do keep coming. There's another group here who shows up, passing the guards, making their way in.
Can I interrupt very briefly?
Yes.
I would like to talk to Derkin shortly in regards of mentioning I would like to move towards the back.
Yeah, I was also thinking that maybe we should at least.
You just say
One of us.
I.
Probably I wasn't really thinking.
The Airkin
Because
was.
I was already moving the token around, so
Yeah, but I would say I will move my token up there
right.
somewhere. So
Should
I'm
Airkin
gonna.
stay here.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
But just to get a bit of a look around again on the other side as well, just to make sure, because people are coming in. Lots of people, technically, that you could overlook one
Taking
person.
note of the comings and goings.
Exactly.
So,
That's all.
as you're fitted with drinks and all of that, another group of guests shows up, which Amberbloom quickly excuses himself to go and greet. And they also make their way to their own table. Well, well, if you'll excuse me, gentlemen, there are going to be more guests arriving, so I will be standing here and getting up very often. I
course, of
apologize for that. But seeing as there are more people here now, I think we should get the festivities started. Don't you agree? Oops. Waiting for the song that is currently playing to end. Whoops. Walks up here closer to the stage. With his glass and a spoon, he taps the glass, calling to everyone's attention. And we're gonna end it there.
I
Aw.
missed the last sentence.
Noble
The last sentence is we're going to end it there.
No, the one before that.
He calls to everyone's attention, tapping his.
Okay. The opening
What?
speech.
Yes. And we'll end it there.
Okie dokie.
I mean, I could end with, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I've already ended.
Ladies
did
and
you say?
gentlemen, I would like your attention to, and end it there.
If you want to do that properly, you have to stretch some of those words out.
Hold on,
Ladies and
I'll be right back.
Fish.
You'll be right.
And back to standard music.
The fuck is this noise?
Sorry about that. I'm back.
Next.
Had to close the door.
Yeah.
Apparently, I'm talking too loud. But yep. I think that's it for today. Sorry if we spend a little bit too much time in the library, but
Sorry about that.
Nah, the
fault.
library is the best part.
No worries.
all right. 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Just making sure there's no setbacks.
Hopefully not.
29th, it all
I
ends.
would like to point out that in that week I have like for the entire week, so I highly doubt that it will take till Friday 10 p.m. my time. I have a server upgrade for a customer.
On Friday?
For the entire week.
Oh.
So I'm very much hoping that we are done by then. But just so you're informed, it's blocked for the entire week.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be till Friday evening.
yeah, we can push it back one day. That's fine. If needs be.
If it would happen, yes, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah, you'll know closer to the time.
Hopefully. Considering that the customer is not able to use their document management system for the time being, yes, we should.
Oof.
An entire week without their documents should be bad.
Are you
Ouch.
saying this on Twitch right now?
Yes.
Good thing nobody knows who he is.
Yeah, you totally know who I am now.
Exactly.
Doxed.
I'm a
Alright.
French person working on a document management system.
Yeah, we haven't made enough nationality jokes so far.
Oui, oui.
Right.
So much.
I think that's it for today. Thanks everyone for being here, and hope to see you next time.
Good.
Au revoir.
Bye.
You're really sticking it with the French thing, huh?
Not even me.